Hi guys, I hope everybody's doing well. Back again with another video. I know it has been a while, guys, and I promised that I was gonna update you with everything I do throughout the journey. And clearly I've been failing because the last video I dropped was probably like 4, 5 weeks ago. Sorry for that. I've been confronted with a couple of challenges. The firm that I'm trading with had a couple of issues, with migrating from MetaCodes to other platforms. So yeah, there was a migration period that took a toll on me. I couldn't really trade. I was just analyzing and just watching the market. Can't really complain about much, but yeah, things were just like, there was a little shift in my trading and I still had to accustom myself to the new platform. So trading hasn't been that as flawless as I would have wanted it to be. But yeah, I'm back again, man. There's no point in complaining. I know I haven't been that consistent, but I'm back again, man. Whatever happened, happened. I'm back again with the sauce, man. I'm back again with a couple of gems that I have for you guys and an update. I'm still in the drawdown, you know. Here's how my stats are looking. Had my very first win last week, and I'm about to break down the trade that I took to show you. It was not even that much. The $36. First very first win in this phase. I mean it wasn't much, but then I felt good about it. Knowing myself, I know even previously, if you've been tapped in, you know that um it only takes that one win. If you look at my equity curve, you'll see that okay, we lucky found support somewhere somehow, and we went up from a certain type of level. So we're not doing anything below that level. That was our lowest low, you know. So going forward, I'm pretty much sure that okay, we're gonna recover, even though it's not gonna be as easy and quick as we would love it to be, but we're about to recover. So let me break down the trade for you guys. So boom, this was last week, right? I was looking at EuroCAD. I understood that okay, let's start on the 4 hour. I don't want this video to be long. Let's start on the 4 hour. I understood that price has been on a price has been on an uptrend, right? Or it showed the bullish momentum to be a bit stronger, right? Especially because when you look to the left hand side on the daily uh time frame, you look at the left hand side, you'll see that there was a lower high that was broken above, meaning that the downtrend that was happening on the left hand side from this point to this point was invalidated or reversed. As soon as price is playing around this real solid line, we understand that. Let me move this thing. Soon as price plays around the lower high area like this, we understand that okay, the bearish trend is invalidated, and in the trend being invalidated, we still need to find some momentum to the upside, and we struggle to find that because price has been ranging ever since it played around the ever since it broke the lower high. So it made one high right here, but it hasn't made another high ever since. You understand? So I saw the pressure that okay, the bulls are trying hard to go up, but there's just not enough momentum for the bulls to continue with the bullish momentum to create higher highs and higher lows. And we saw a little bit of a range or a declining type of high right here. The high that was like lower than the high that was initially made after the invalidation of the downtrend. And ever since price made the lower high, price has been consolidating under this solid black line. You understand? And the solid black line also happens to be uh equal lows on the 4 hour. I'm about to go to the 4 hour to show you guys, but then yeah, this is what I was looking at. When I scaled down to the 4 hour, this is what the chart was looking like. I understood that okay, we have a we have some sort of a drawdown here, from the drop from this high. We had price going to the downside, and then they had it's a slight drawdown or retest to this price level before it actually continued to the downside and created another level of support here, which is for now it doesn't really matter. But then yeah, And I understood that, okay, price did what? Price made another touch, respected the very same price level and draw. So I understood that, okay, there's some sort of resistance that has been formed here. And excuse the mess. Let me remove the, the lines because it makes me messy. So I understood that, and even below that line, there was a there was a resistance that I also spotted with this gray zone right here. Let me outline the book. You'll see that, okay, there was a resistance that was spotted here. We had our first touch, we had a fake breakout, and then price started moving to the downside. In the midst of everything, price was also respecting some sort of a downtrend line after breaking outside of this uptrend. So it was just like a mixture of a lot of like technical concept. We had an uptrend to the upside that was respected one, two, three times, but breaking to the downside. Of course, the sellers were baited to trade the break and retest of the uptrend line, but the move was instantly reversed. So if you didn't take your profit as soon as possible, your profits were reversed if you were trading the break and retest of the uptrend line. Let me make it a dash, right? So after that happened, we understood that, okay, first touch, second touch on the downtrend line now. You understand? Let's go to the 1 hour because that's where you're gonna see everything clearly. You understand? One, two. This was the break of the downtrend line that could have held as a as a resistance for price to continue to the downside, making this the third touch, but it failed to hold and it was broken above, which is cool. But we still had some sort of a resistance because price still respected this resistance that it found ever since this touch was made right here. So after that happened, there was also another trend line that seemed to be getting respect from price. If you can look properly, we had our first touch, second touch. Even though price barely made a new low, it came back to break out of the this was during the let me keep moving. It came back to break above the downtrend line, showing that, okay, the bulls are strong and they are not willing to go now to the downside. For the third for the third time, or for the third touch on this line right here. Let's make it solid. So price broke out of this line as well. So what happened was, after that happened, I also spotted that price was making. Oh, it found another resistant point, or resistant price level, because we had our first touch here, our second touch here, right? And for the third touch, of course, price broke out, but this resistance, the one that we found right here, it held, right? After it held, price broke back into this mini range. Let me make this line big, or this mini resistance level, because that's what I was looking at. I was like, okay, this price level is talking about something. It's showing us something. It's holding a little bit. So price broke out and broke back in. So my thought process was that, okay, I've pretty much established that the bulls are not as strong. We're pretty much in a range right now, even though it's not as clear, but we are failing to make new highs. That's one thing we can pretty much establish. You understand? So ever since this high was made, which is even lower than the initial high that was made after the downtrend got invalidated on our left hand side. If you remember how the daily chart looked like, uh, price has been failing to make new highs, and that only means the bears are probably stronger than are definitely stronger than the bulls, because if you're not going up, we're going down. You understand? So I saw that, okay, this resistance is holding, and there's some liquidity that was up here that was sweep up by this fake out, and price still didn't make the drop, or the impulsive drop, even after sweeping up the liquidity. So I understood that there still has to be some price action around this zone, I still need price to respect this resistance, the take rate line, as a resistance before it actually drops. So I executed a trade right here, a sell, with a 1:2, a clean 1:2, because I understood that there's a level that is a bit sensitive to the downside. As you can see, we had our first touch here, first touch, and whenever price comes here, it reacts. So this is a sensitive area. So with that being said, this will be my TP, and I'll also be watching it closely. So that was that. I was ultimately triggered into the trade that I was watching. And these are the analysis that I was just making during the trade, because it's very important to manage your trade to check if you're still on the right track, if the initial methodology that you had when you were looking for an opportunity is still holding, So that's what happened. And I held the trade overnight. I think I executed on a Wednesday night, and I held it through Thursday, not knowing that, okay, Thursday there's some sort of news that were gonna affect. It was USD news, even that affected the trade that I was in. And my psychology was poor. I will admit that my psychology was poor, because as soon as there was this type of um there was this type of movement, because it was impulsive, and there was a lot of volatility, and very much so, I thought this is the perfect time for me to exit, because I had a TP. It was as tight. It was this tight, 1.47175. That's what I set on my trading platform as well. Just give it a second to load. I was also like, I'm not as accustomed to this platform as yet, but yeah, it looks a bit complex. So if you look closely, uh, where is it? I just want to show you guys my TP real quick to show that it was like on the dot. Prototype. Let me show you. Take profit. My take profit has been one thing I've been updating was the stop loss, right? But my take profit has always been 1.47175, right? I know that it's very risky to have a take profit that is too obvious, but then when you look at this chart, you'll see that TP was hit, but then because of spreads and whatever, I obviously was not triggered on my TP, and also to take into account that it was a volatile low window in the market, so I was not really filled on the price that I wanted to get out at. So my TP was missed. So when I saw that my TP is missed, taking into account that, okay, this zone is sensitive anyways, I wouldn't want my profits to reverse totally. I closed as soon as I could, because I kept trying to close, and my orders kept getting rejected. As you can see, closing rejected, closing rejected. This was when my profit was at its max at around 40 something dollars, because 1:2 on a 0.5% risk, I was risking 25 $25, 24 $23. So I was expecting to make 47 $48 from the trade. And when I was trying to close this trade, my price was or my profits were at around like 40 something dollars. But my order kept getting my orders kept getting rejected, and I was cool with it. I was like, you know what, it's fine. Um, it's not a time to put in orders anyways, because there's news, and the market is volatile, so it's totally acceptable. And if I was mentally strong enough, or psychologically strong enough, I was gonna leave, because I had set my stop loss on break even, right? At break even. So I was supposed to really leave this trade to play out, but the fact that it was news and price was like reacting off of this line that I established to be like a sensitive area, I was like, okay, it's best for me to exit trade, because ain't no telling what price is about to do. It might reverse and go to the upside, right? Because we are in a range anyways. Price is just playing around the same area. We're not seeing anything trendy, or we're not seeing a strong bearish momentum. So that was that. And yeah, I closed trade too early. I mean, eventually my TP would have been hit had I left the trade to play out. But man, it happens. I was I was all up in my head. I just wanted the trade to play out, especially being a guy who's been in a losing streak, for about how many trades? 10 to 11 trades. Let's see. Been on a losing streak for how many trades? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 trades on a losing streak. So I just wanted to go out with some profits and plan on my next move. And another thing that I also wanted to show you guys is, there's a trade that I saw coming. I did this analysis and it played out perfectly, right? But I missed the trade. So this goes to show that sometimes our psychology and fear, really, because it's really fear, will get the best of you as a trader. You'll have an edge, but then you're not gonna execute it because for some reason you are fearful of where you've been standing in the markets. You've been taking a few knocks, and you start to have a little bit of doubting. You started to have a little bit of, maybe one trade a week is enough. You don't really execute whenever your edge is ready. That's what happened this time. And had I took this trade here, it would have been it would have been the best trade this year because it played out perfectly. And to show you guys that it played out the way that I wanted it to play out, um I had I had it on a journal. I had it on a journal because at the beginning of every week I do an analysis to see what the chart could be showing me, and for me to compare it to my execution during the week compared to now, what I had seen at the beginning of the week. Am I really executing the way I should be executing? So look at what I saw, guys. This is exactly at the price level that I was supposed to execute at. This is how I had it planned out at the beginning of the week, but then it played out without me, and that broke my heart a little bit. But then it still confirmed that, okay, at least I'm able to read the markets to a certain extent. So my lesson is that execute your edge regardless. It doesn't matter that you took a loss. It doesn't matter if you just took a W. It doesn't matter what just happened. You see your edge play out, especially if we had analyzed the chart and you saw the opportunity like a week ago or at the beginning of the week. When it presents itself, do not hesitate. As long as you have your risk taken care of, go for it, because you don't have control over the outcome of the trade that you are taking. There's no amount of certainty that you can have in the market. You can't be certain about anything. So whenever you see your edge, your edge is the only thing that you have control over. It's the only fighting chance that you have. So whenever you see it, execute and just hope for the best, because you just have control over your edge and your risk management. The rest, leave that all to the market. You understand? So had I took this trade, I was also gonna be on a I would have ended in profits. A 1:2, a 1:2 trade, a clean one. And yeah, that would have been that. So yeah, that's all I have for you guys. And I also would like to apologize for not being consistent. I know I mentioned it, excuse me, at the beginning of the video, but then I would want to say it again that my apologies for not being as consistent. There was a time where I recorded a video for you guys, letting your guys into my Telegram and everything. Excuse me, letting you guys into my Telegram and everything, trying to show you what it looks like. I was breaking down the trades that I sent out, but that video's quality was bad. I couldn't drop it. I prioritize quality over anything. So the fact that the videos graphics were low, I'm talking about low. Even though I had even if I had forced to drop it, you guys were gonna feel disrespected because there was a setting that I altered with, and my quality was bad. But yeah, I was just gonna. It was a video of me going through my Telegram and breaking down the trades that I sent, And yeah, that was that. So if you are interested in joining the Telegram, you still have an opportunity to do so. I'll send all my trade ideas for free. Just have to be tapped in. You just join the Telegram, and then I'll send you a signal with your stop loss, with your TP, with the risk management details, whatever position sizing is best for your account, and the type of risk you could take on this trade. So yeah, you still have the opportunity to do so. And in the link in the description below, you'll find the Telegram link. You'll find the link to you opening an account if you're interested in opening an account with the program that I'm using. I'm also, let me know in the comment section if you want me to do a video on me showing you uh a little tutorial on how to operate the new platform, the DX trade platform. And yeah, let's just get to work, man. Let me know in the comment section what you guys would want to see going forward. But then yeah, just be in the Telegram as well to to be updated on everything. And yeah, thank you very much for tuning in until this far. I hope you have a successful trading week. A couple of events lined up for the week, but as long as you manage your risk, I believe that you will prevail. So yeah, thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you very much for staying tuned to my channel, man. Even though I fuck up by not being as consistent, I know we would have been far by now. We would have, our numbers would have, you know, looked better, or our numbers would have went up a little bit had I been as consistent as I always promised. But we try again, man. We there's always gonna be obstacles, but the main thing is coming back, or just bouncing back from whatever inconveniences that we might face along the way. So this is me just bouncing back and attempting again, resetting again, trying to do this thing and bringing you guys with. And I appreciate you guys very much for watching my stuff. And yeah, that's all I have for you guys this week. Peace out.